before we get to the game, Jimmy Olney was scheduled to play, and then obviously late scratch. So, can you give an update on his status?
It's definitely day to day. He's just got a bruise basically, and doesn't have any power on his push. So we thought that he skated this morning, and then he tried warm up, and so it's really close. Oh yeah, yeah.
You guys Coach Dubois talked about yesterday how you didn't break with your system. Even though you weren't winning after the second period,
Right.
and you had outshot them, but you didn't break with it in the third. Got rewarded. Your team,
Right.
obviously gets the win. Did you see that kind of continue in the first period of today's game, at least?
Yeah, I thought the first period it continued, played the same way. We got pucks deep. We got our forecheck is one of our strengths of our game, and we wanted to forecheck, and I thought we did a great job of that in the first period. But I thought we got a little bit complacent in the second.
And but that's also to be expected, right? I mean, Grand Rapids is a pro team, and they're not happy with the way their game is.
Yeah.
Down 2-0. You have to expect
Absolutely.
a bit of a push from them, obviously, just like that second.
Absolutely. Yeah. They had a push in the second, and as many times you go in the dressing room and you say, they're going to push us, like we got to make sure that we're ready to go. It's human nature. There's some complacency there, and we have to get over that and continue to play 60 minutes. But the other thing about it is it was 3 and 4 with a long travel day in between, and so I thought we squeezed as much as we could out of them.
And your penalty kill continues to be a huge benefit to your team. Obviously, you scored the shorthanded, which ends up being the game winner.
Right.
But five kills today. You guys are second best penalty kill in the AHL, and that's obviously just adding such a huge element to this team.
For sure. It brings us momentum, and as today, it was we kill a 5-on-3 and then get into the long 5-on-4 and score one against them. It's demoralizing for them, but it's been really good, and we use a lot of bodies on it, and they take pride in it. They're all standing on the bench and yelling and screaming at the block shots, and so it's a big part of our team right now.
Cole Meyer, Mikey Asimon have been really big contributors for you guys, especially as of late. You've said before, Mikey's a tenacious kind of player. Cole's reliable in that sense, but how do their kind of combination of forechecking and plays in tight kind of help to be so effective?
I think it's Cole's got a real good stick. He's not the fastest guy around, but he's got a real good stick. Steals pucks. He's heavy on his stick, and he's in traffic. He's knocking pucks down. And Mikey's collecting them. He's quick and he's getting to pucks. So they're hard to play against, I think. They turn over a lot of pucks.
Just further to that, obviously with Billy recalled, there's more minutes on the back end to be had. Declan Chisholm, for example, has seen some more time on the first power play unit and in other facets. What have you seen from him over the last 3 games or so?
I can't say enough about those two guys. I'm going to add Gawanke into that mix. I just think that they seem to get better as a pair and better individually every game. I can't say enough about them. Their offensive instincts are really good. They play really well together. They slide on the blue line together. I think that's part of their success is that they've been together for a while now and they're learning each other. He great reads offensively, and I also think that Chiz is. He's competing in his own end a little bit harder, better stick, a little bit more physical. So, yeah.
Have you seen those two use it? Both are great stick handlers. Have you seen them kind of elevate their abilities, their stick, and get pucks loose, get more loose pucks and generate more?
I call it flushing the puck. They do a lot of. They're getting stronger on their sticks. They're playing like men now, and they're tough to play against. They go in that. They're first in the corners. They don't shy away. They're battlers. Yeah.
Yesterday, he said that just in terms of Ville, that his last game before he was recalled was the best game all around that he's seen from him. In the last, I talked to you about a couple of weeks ago after practice, and you were saying how he's been doing really good all around, but there's some part of his defensive game that are going to be wrinkled out and whatnot.
Yeah.
But over the last 2-3 weeks before he's recalled, what have you seen from him? Were there major improvements that you were encouraged by, and just kind of what you saw before he was recalled?
Yeah, defensively. It's Ville's got that's never going to change his offense, right? He's highly skilled, with the puck, and I think as a coaching staff, we've been trying to get through to him about the defensive game. And the last couple games before he got called up, and I'll agree with Eric, the last one was his best defensively, but even before that, he was getting better. He is. It's not that he can't do it; it's just a mindset for him. He always wants to go, go, go. He needs to look after his own end first, and then go. And he started doing that. His stick was getting better. He was turning over more pucks, and he was physical. Yeah, he was, and not in a big way where he's dropping guys in the neutral zone, but he's riding guys out of the play, using his body and his skating ability. So yeah, he definitely was he was on the incline.
In terms of what you just said about like him having to worry about his own end, is that more of like a, knowing when to carry the puck up or when to make a pass, or is that more so of like knowing where to be positionally?
Yeah, more positionally, like he wants to jump all the time, and that's the game now. It's those reads. Like sometimes it's not a jumping situation, but we don't want to ever take that away from him, because that's where his strength is going to be, is jumping and setting up the play.
Sure. One last one for me. David Gustafson, obviously, you said in the past, it seems like he's always in your head. Gus, you put him out there in every situation. Yeah. How impressed are you with his ability to adapt? He's getting thrown in a lot of situations, not just his usage, but different linemen and whatnot. It seems to get the same Gus every single time.
Yeah, I can't say enough about him. I mean, he's just, you're right. Like you put him in all situations, and he's the backbone and the strength of our team there. He's in the circle. He battles down low, and then he's on the forecheck. So, and then he's net front, he's a horse, and he continues to go. So I don't see his, I don't ever see his game changing. Like that's just who he is. And, very reliable, and I don't know. It's just nice to have him on the bench. I know that because you lean on him all the time in every tight situation. Gus, go, and gets it done.
Would you say he's underrated offensively though? Like I feel like his game won't change, but
I don't think he's underrated offensively. I think he has more to give offensively. And I think that's going to come. He certainly takes pucks to the net. He has a good shot, a good release. I think he's going to show people that he has more offense. Yeah.
Coach, one of the things Daniel talked about was that you guys don't have a lot of guys who are in the top 10, top 20, top 30 of scoring. It's balanced. This whole team is balanced, but a lot of guys who have 6, 7 goals. And I think if I'm right, I think you've won 6 of your last 7 and 9 of your last 11. So your team just obviously is playing as a team. As a coach, you've got to be happy with that, with the fact that overall you guys are all pulling in the same direction.
Yeah, absolutely. And I agree with you. It's, there's depth down the line up there. And I think that everyone brings something. So they're all into it, whether it's the power play or the penalty kill, or it's big face-offs, or everyone brings something. And like we had Thomas Cron step up tonight in a big physical altercation, which he brings something. It's a good feeling right now. Everyone, they get along really well. They cheer each other on. There's 4 lines that can all do it in 6D. So it's a good team feeling right now.